Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of 4 Minutes of History, Art and Culture with your virtual city guide, Akim Ferrandina. So, this episode will be about art or music, because this channel is History, Art and Culture. We are still in the medieval era, an era where we had still the Romanic art, the Romanic churches, and then we changed or we moved or turned to the Gothic era. So the Romanic churches, we had them in Austria up to the 12th century. So really in the 13th century just we got the Gothic era. And the Romanic churches, you'll see one of these in a few seconds, are very, very solid. They were a kind of fortress for the fathers, we can say. So very, very thick walls, not too much decorations, so very, very down to earth. And the church you start to see behind me is the oldest church we have in Vienna. When we talk about the construction or the architecture, it's from the 11th century. It's the church of Saint Ruprecht. It's a saint connected to the trade of salt. In this area, the people coming from Salzburg used to bring salt to Vienna. And of course, most people in the medieval era really believed in religion, in Jesus Christ. And so they had to have a place where they were able to go praying. And so this is what you'll see, or you start to see in a few seconds. Just over there, you see a very, very solid church. The medieval era is still a very hard time. People really tried to search rescue in these churches, and then we got just afterwards the Gothic. Now you see it, have a look over there. You see these round arches, a typical element from the Romanic architecture. They were turned afterwards slowly into the pointed arches you see over there, and then we got the Gothic. About music, what the people used to hear in these times, especially in churches, were the Gregorian Gospels. If you want to hear what the people were hearing in these times, I've put a link in the video where you can hear the Gregorian Gospels, especially these from monks from south of Austria, near to Heiligenkreuz, are very, very nice and very interesting. In these times, music was still a thing. So nowadays we are used to have YouTube, to have all these who have smartphones, but they had they had to appoint musicians, they have to pay them to hear something, and mostly you would be able to hear this just in churches for the purpose of praying or for the purpose to bring your head in a higher, we can say, level or something like that. Behind me you see Saint Ruprecht, the saint of salt, and the church, as I've told you before, is exactly here because we had here the place where they used to bring salt in the city, and we had close to here a place called Salt, not organization or something like that. I'm not sure this is a real English, where they organized how to bring salt from one part of Vienna to the other, and so on and so on. This church is a very nice one, especially in summer. I would like to see you one day in Vienna, and when in summer you would see it completely covered with green plants. It's a very romantic one. It's the one I like the most. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like when you would leave me a thumb up. Don't forget to follow me, to press the bell, and I expect to see you, or you expect to see me next week for the 7th episode of 4 Minutes of History, Art and Culture in Vienna. Thank you very much. Stay healthy, have fun. Jetzt nochmal, schade, es ist lustig eigentlich, ja, schade. Sesto episodio di 4 minuti, 5, wieder weg. 1, 2, 27, 12, la. Nochmal, ich habe das sowieso falsch gesagt. Akim Ferrandina, dobbiamo ripartire perché che dobbiamo fare?